You hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
So, yes. Hello,
Yes.
Yeah.
everyone. We are now live
Oh,
with one more interview, special interview with a special guest, Stefan Berns. Nice to meet you.
hello. Thank you for having me.
Mhm.
Hello, Stefan.
Hello
So,
together.
hello. So, Bharati
Hello again.
have known Stefan for a while now. I met him today. So, Bharati, would you like to introduce Stefan a little bit, and then maybe Stefan can introduce yourself a little bit?
Yes.
Thank you, Danilo.
Okay.
I think that's a very good idea. So, oh, Danilo, how many years we know each other? That I didn't prepare for that, but it's a long
Me
time,
and
right?
you?
No, but then Stefan and I. How
10
long
years.
we know each other?
Wow.
10 years also.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay, time is flying. I feel very old recently. So, so we know each other a long time. And why I thought for him to come on this live stream is very interesting also because something about Stefan, how he is able to rebuild everything again and again and again. And he really had experiences of his life was crashed in many ways and a lot of disappointments and also in business. But then he came up even stronger and now he fulfilled his dream living in Cyprus and having finally the life he was really looking for. But in order to go to that, he had a lot of hardships. And I was thinking, because people might go right now to hardships, and not every business will make it, no matter how positive you think, no matter how support you get from the government or not. And even there might be a big fear of losing that, but in each thing like that there's also chance, and I think an expert on that is Stefan. So that's why I thought it would be really amazing if you can share that what happened, because every time something was destroyed, something more beautiful, more amazing came up. And also in your consciousness, and I saw your development in all that years, and that was, I mean, we didn't met each other now for some time. I think we have to do that soon. And
For
I
sure.
really feel, yeah, for sure, I really feel there's a lot of things happened. A lot of things happened. So that is the introduction to really an amazing soul, Stefan Berns.
Thank you. Thank you for your introduction. Thank you for having me here. Thank you in this special time to speak with you both together, and hello to the community all over the world. And yes, I think I'm an expert in stand up again in life and grow on this crisis, on this personal crisis, and grow stronger than I came in the crisis, go out of the crisis stronger than ever. And I think we have one of the most global crises we ever faced in humankind. And this is a very, very big chance for all of us to raise up our consciousness and raise up our energy. And 99% of the answer is consciousness. And the human beings need now this consciousness to get aware what they are and get out of fear and face the fear. It's a game of fear, what they are playing all over the world. We have never seen this situation with only normal flu. Maybe it's a little bit stronger than a flu. And we have this virus thing also in the last years, and it's not a new thing, but they focus on getting fear and hysteria all over the world. They shut down the world. And the big question is, what will life tell us in this situation, and how we can handle it, and how we can fix this situation. Everyone has a special situation. Every situation personally is individual. Someone have child, someone have not child, are for their alone and not responsibility for child or other members in the family. Some will have older ones, and it's very different. But I think the most important thing is to recognize that this is not a war they put us about the virus. It's a war about the mindset, and it's a war about the consciousness of human beings. Yeah, and this is very important in this time to understand what's happening and what is the goal of this whole situation. What they are playing. This is only a game they are playing with us. And when you understand the game and see what happened, the fear goes very, very small. So fear is in the first step situation where you don't have an answer to it. Yeah. When you have the answer to it, what happened? Yeah. When this comes, the fear goes very, very small, and then it goes away. So, and in my opinion, there's nothing we have to fear. So also not the situation we call death, or when we are dead or something like that. So you can't go death. Only your body will go away, but in your true self, you can't go death.
I
So
really resonated.
this is very compromised my thought I have right now. To the situation we are facing, all over the world right now.
Yes. Can you hear me? I think I'm not sure if.
Perfectly.
Okay,
I can hear you perfectly.
Because I was switching. So I really resonated when you talked about that's not the fight against the corona; it's fight against the mindset. And I think even like this question from our community is the same question that I had. Like, on your perspective, what do you think it's like truly going? You talked about how when you understand what's going on, you can deal with it. What do you think that it's going on, and what are the things that, for you particularly, how you see things and how you're dealing and working with everything that's going on?
First of all, I must say I don't have this crystal globe here on my desktop. I don't know. No. I'm sorry. Sorry for that, but I want to invite you to think for your own, and I want to invite you to look in different types of medias, the free medias or something like that. Don't trust the old medias. Yeah, so they are lying on us, definitely, and they don't have our health in their focus. Yeah, this is the biggest lie what they are telling us, and this was not before Corona, and this is not now, and after that also not. So keep that in mind. Yeah. So every one of us is invited to search for the truth. Yeah, I'm a truth searcher for my whole life, and I think it's time for raise up our consciousness now, and this is the invitation from life, to go consciousness now, and ask the questions maybe you never asked in your life before. Where do you come from? What are you really in your core? And where do you go? Yeah. So when you know that the death is not the end of the life, the fear goes away. Yeah. Bharati is an expert in making astral journeys. Yeah. And in this practice, you recognize that the body is, that you are not your body. You have a body. Yeah. And you don't have mind, body, and soul. You are a soul who are incarnated in this body for a special time. And you will leave the body when the time is over. Yeah. But no one outside is deciding the time when you leave your body. You decide on which time you leave the body. Very, very important to know. You are so powerful. You're so powerful spiritual being that you can decide when is the right time to leave your body and on which way you will leave the body.
Yes, that is very powerful, and how I think it's also very true that we should all search for our own answers. But also, while I'm doing that, I found this difficulty on how there are so many perspectives on so many things, and in the midst of all these informations and misinformations, like you talked about, because if you
Yeah.
search about something, you like, especially now, you will see 100 or 200 different ideas of about what is going on, and sometimes it can be confusing. In that case, how do you suggest that we do how do you suggest that people go out searching for truth when there are so many false leads also?
The best way to find the truth is go to inside of you. Your truth is inside of you. When you go in silence, when you go to stay calm, stay relaxed, make your spiritual practice and meditate, you find your truth. What is your truth for your life in this special situation? Yeah, and you find a lot of information outside, and I think you can also look on the mass media, but they don't will tell you the truth. But it's also important for you to connect the dots. And in Germany, we have a special thing. It's like puzzle. I think it's not the right same in the English way. Do you know the word puzzle, Bharati?
Yes, it's. I think it's like a puzzle. We can say it's like a puzzle, and I think I want to say also to support you in that, Stefan. Oh, that's a nice big glass.
It's pomegranate juice. It's very very
so
healthy.
Good. Very healthy.
Yeah, to stay healthy,
Super.
and it's good for my immune system.
Very good. Oh, I love this big glass. Please give it to me also. through here, that corner. Thank
Cheers.
you. Thank you. Cheers. Okay, so I want to support in that because,
It's a little bit like a puzzle, yeah? So
yes.
the game to connect the dots, and
Yes.
yeah, what is the agenda they are playing, and who have fortune about this, yeah, this game, and yeah, we see. I think one thing is important to see the things globally. It's faced up globally now. It's not in Europe. It's not in China. It's not in Asia. Or it's a whole world situation. We never had this before. We have never. Hello, Korea. We have never this situation before. Not in the second World War. Never before this situation. And what is life? A higher perspective of life is teaching us now. One way,
and I want to.
One way is to think together, to that we are all in the same game. Yeah, but in my perspective is one thing. It's very very important to look what makes this thing with our consciousness. What makes this thing with our mindset.
And, very important to think of what does it want to do to your mindset? What does it want to do to your energy? So when I heard the mass media in the first weeks...
Yeah, this is very clear.
That's a key.
Yeah, this is very clear.
But
to get
people have... For us, it's clear.
Yeah.
Stefan, for us, it's clear, but it's not clear for everybody. The way of we should debunk... So you always have to see what they want to do. So that energy is fear... And you have to see, all the people will have no money. So it's like, then you get frozen. So if you're in that fear state, you cannot come out. And of course, it's affecting businesses, affecting my business as well. And as I talked in the last live stream with Akshay, I have to do a lot of practice to come again out and out, because I'm responsible also for other people, not just on myself. It would be easy if I'm just on myself, then I just do less, but I have people, I want to take them through that as well. So, and it's a great training of the muscles, of spiritual muscles and thinking muscles to, to go in another consciousness with that and see what the media wants you to believe, or why they're creating that energy. And I think that is something really important to look on, because when you see certain energies they want to create in you, then already you get some overview of things. And then, of course, there are different perspectives. But as Stefan said, I saw many things in my visions before. I had some astral projections where I saw some things before happening. And that is very important. We have to keep up our spiritual practice, because if you only try to solve that with your mind, then you have to feel inside. So then you might be a little bit lost. And also the things are changing. There's a lot of movement. We are in a war. So think of what people do in a war. They're not just telling us the truth, or even they create an opposite, where they are putting even the people who know the truth, making them in doubt again. You cannot think one straight line. You have to think around the corner, and you have to get that overview like an eagle flying in the air. You have to come up to that and getting all that information without reacting on each of them emotionally so strong that you get paralyzed and a lot of fear. And you have to be able to look at that, step back, and then see, okay, what resonates. And then what I personally do, I research the facts, and that costed me a lot of nights without sleep. Because it is so amazing, and not in a bad way. Of course, the body is tired, but in a good way, because I was like, wow, oh wow, look at this. And I'm not ready to talk about all that things yet here, because I really think there are levels of things. People would be so shocked, and I think many people are not ready yet. And also, it's still in the process, so I don't think we should interrupt that so much, but we should check on ourselves what it does with that. We should invite people in that mind state. We should invite them into looking into themselves. And what I see is one of the main things is that people don't want to look at things. And that is also very interesting, because when I met Stefan in the beginning, he was also in some business, I know, in some things you were in denial. It was going down, and you're like, no, it's okay, it's fine. And then, boom, it crashed. And I think, that's, and you learned so much about it. Yeah. So it's okay. It's even okay to go in the wrong direction for some time, because the truth will come out anyway. And I heard from some people who said, there might be a chance, I'm really looking forward, if this happens, I make a big party. But there might be a chance that even the mass media will talk about things you cannot imagine now, and that people will get shocked. Then our work will start. Then we will work with the people and help them to understand what's really going on. Until then, we are in a fight. We are in Star Wars Endgame. And actually, I can just say that we, actually, many of my friends started to see UFOs. How do you say in English?
UFOs.
Yes. And many people were super skeptical. Even my husband, he's super skeptical. We saw something yesterday together, a day before together. And I normally he's the one who said, no, forget about it. And he's like, look at this. This is blue and green and changing colors, and it's not moving. And I heard today from 3 other friends, they also saw things. So it's just starting, and it's very, very interesting. And I think we want to
invite them for tea.
Yes, not everybody, not all of them. Let's be very selective, okay? So, but yeah, it's interesting. So something is going on, and many people start to see that, and many people will start asking a lot of questions now. And I'm not saying I'm a believer in those things. I'm just saying what I saw, and I'm just putting it also in the question. Research it and look up the sky.
Yeah. Starting to ask questions is the first state, and it's a very good state. And it's the best time now to ask questions. for your life. And I think the matrix will change now very, very fast. We see this. All these things are happened in 3 weeks or 4 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah. We never thought that this will be possible and it will be happened in so short time.
Yes.
And it's no coincidence that this will happen and that we see this now. It's no coincidence. Nothing happened randomly. Yeah, this is very, very important. Everything is reacting by law in the universe, and everything outside in the political world, in the economic world, in every situation in the world is happening by the biggest law, the law of cause and effect. Yeah, and understand this. Nothing happened only by accident. You are not here in this special times by accident.
By accident, no.
Yeah, you choose to be here. You choose to be here in these special times. Yeah, and there's a purpose that you have to be here. Yeah.
What is she saying? What
She
said
said,
in
"It is true." She said in Portuguese, "It is true. UFOs walk around here, like they fly around here."
Yes.
And in Brazil, there are a
Yes.
lot of there are some places where there are lots, and I think, like Bharati said, now I'm seeing so much more like cases. I think maybe that's because people are now still and they're now looking, but it was always there. So now they are seeing more because they are not so busy.
I want to say something what is very, very important for me. A lot of people said, okay, they are coming entities from other stars or other dimensions, or the holy world will help us in this situation, or Mr. Trump will fix the problems, and he's the guardian angel or something like that. Don't think so. Yeah, be 100% responsibility in this situation. When you said, okay, other one fix the problems, you give your power away. This is very, very important. Yeah, be powerful in your life in this situation. Yeah, do whatever you can do. Yeah, involve your possibilities. Yeah, inform you and involve your consciousness. But when they do their job, also it's fine. But don't say, okay, other one will fix this problem. This is one of the biggest problems we have in humankind. This mindset that other one will fix this for us. This is not
yes, I absolutely agree. And I heard also many years ago, I heard some warnings. So I want to say that for our viewers, I heard some warnings that there will be a time where we see a lot of UFOs, and then there might be the idea that those are all the good guys and they will save us, and there might be some good guys, but there might be also some people who's misusing that energy. And I heard that many, many years ago. So if you hear a call that you should enter that ships or something in case if this happens, like in a science fiction movie, I don't know if it will happen or not. I don't know. I mean, it would be amazing. You know, if I see like this, it would be amazing. I would be very happy to see that. But I heard that warning, don't go there. So that's actually exactly what you said, Stefan. And I think that is so important to always check back with your energy and ask a lot of questions. And, you know, there are also the people who say there's no UFOs, that is all made up, there's a blue beam project. And so it's very important to, I feel very important to, if you see something, to always look the people who say the opposite, and then to meditate on it, to be with that, and to even be able to be wrong. To allow yourself to, that what you thought today is true, it might be changing again. And for me, that's the source. For me, that's the energy guiding my soul, that my higher soul and my higher being and God is guiding me. And that I don't have to be sad if something is changing, or, oh, I'm disappointed in this or this. And that I stay alert. And I mean, there's a wonder in that. If you're like, wow, okay, like a kid, you know, a kid asks 10,000 questions. It's like, why is the sky blue? But yeah, okay, it's blue. But why? Oh, I don't know. You know, so it's very good to stay in that childish mindset, because through that you don't get stiff in your mind. And that's a problem with people believing everything they're said. There are some people who, even if you put the fake news in front of their hands, you know, even if you put all the proofs that something is wrong here, they deny it, because they are not able to think for themselves, and because they are not able to feel for themselves, because they're disconnected. You know, it's like in the movie Avatar. You know, it's such a beautiful thing. There's a scene where she is like helping this new guy through the forest, and he is all clumsy. He doesn't understand that there's some spiritual rules like that. So we have to gain that ability and to be in that moment and to feel in things. We have to gain that ability in our sadhanas and our practice, because we are not just the body. We are much more, and we have humans have a very high level of intuition.
Yeah.
It's a very smart energy in us, where we can detect a lie, and that's in you. But even if you detect a lie, if your mind is not trusting yourself, you know, if you're detecting a lie and then your mind is like, oh, can I trust my intuition? Then become a problem. So we have to train that, and the self-love, the self-care, our intuition. Yeah.
Yeah, and we have some very, very special ability. This is the ability to deal with our thoughts, to create and to manifest with our thoughts. We think 50 to 70,000 thoughts every day, and the most of these thoughts are negative. They are destructive, and the mass media brainwash. Yeah, and in this situation, it's so important that you don't consume so much mass media, only 10 minutes or 20 minutes in the morning or in the evening, to know, oh, how the world is changing right now. Yeah, so what must I handle this? Yeah, but focus on positive thoughts, focus on good pictures in your mind. Yeah, don't go in this fear, don't go in this hysteria mindset. This is very, very important. So when you go on this direction in the fear and hysteria, your energy goes very, very, very low. Yeah, and you are perfectly manipulated in this energy. So this is very important, that you go and raise up your energy with your thoughts, with your emotions, yeah, and cultivate this positive energy and positive emotions.
And I want to share something. I feel it's also very important that, you know, with that positive emotions, we have to be whatever it is. We heard that with Akshay in the beautiful live stream, that we not suppressing our energy. And I think that's also very, very, very important. That yesterday I had a day where I felt very down because of different reasons. Also somebody died, and not on Corona, and some unfair things in different ways. And you know, if we suppress our energy, if we're not allowing ourselves to be sad, to be even a day, you know, angry, today some anger came up, yeah, and if we don't go through that, so through that anger I came back in my energy to my power. If we don't go through that emotions, we will be paralyzed, and then we don't feel. So we have to, sometimes we don't feel because there's a lot of emotions. So we have to find a way, you know, how to work with the emotions, to sport, to meditation, to chanting, to talking, so to listening to good talks, to get inspiration again. So we have to know that. So nobody is perfect, and that's okay. I mean, we are all in this process, right? So yes.
Absolutely, it's very important to feel the emotions, and to go through the emotions, to transform the emotions, and transform the emotions into light and get energy out of it.
Yes, I truly like. I think it's the two are like very complementary. In the case, like it is very important for us to fear, to feel our emotions, but it's a But sometimes when we feel that, we end up, trying to, instead of facing them, running to mass media. So I think we have to be really careful on the things that we are doing. Are we doing this because of fear? Are we doing this because we are running away, or actually because we are actually, feeling it? I caught myself sometimes, oh, I don't know what to do. Like, instead of sitting to meditate and looking inside, I just, like Stefan said, I just come scrolling the news and looking all these more negative things. Like, while instead of doing that, I could have, be acting in a different way. So I think it's very important to feel, to acknowledge the emotions, but it's also very important to know what action is being manifested from that, and observe. Is this action turning into something that is putting you into a deeper rabbit hole? Like, you just keep constantly scrolling because you are in that state, you are in that vibration? Or is it this something that, okay, you acknowledge, you observed, and now you're trying to get something out of it, something like, positively? So I think there's two steps, like there's the emotional steps and there are the action steps, and they're unconscious actions, and there are also conscious actions. Because a lot of times I'm feeling totally fine, and I go see, oh, let's see what's going on, and I see one or two things, and I keep like, oh my god, this is happening, this is happening. And I just keep going there, and in the end, it's why, like, it didn't help that much to keep scrolling. So I think that's both of two, like, we should feel, but at the same time not to let that control us also. I think that's
very, very important.
Yes.
Don't hang on these emotions for long. Sometimes you need sometimes, of course, when you lost a beloved one or something like that, it don't goes away in 24 hours for sure. And it's good to feel that. It's to feel the emotion. It's the healing process of your soul inside of you. And but focus on the positive things in life. Very
yesterday
in this time.
It's very, very important. Yesterday, I also felt, I feel that a lot of times when I meditate, I feel also a lot of compassion, and I feel a lot for people. And I had some times in my awakening process so many years ago, and I think you know that too, Stefan. There are times where you get shocked and you're like, oh my gosh, that cannot be. And how people don't care about human lives and what's going on in so many ways. And I also think that's part of a process. It's just important, as you said, Stefan, that we come out again of that. But it's like a muscle, it makes us stronger. And now there's a lot of awakening process, a lot of strengthening of muscle right now, because especially when you see other news also, and you start to understand. And also yesterday, I felt also the people in India, I felt like this is really very bad. There are people who getting just paid day by day, and all of a sudden they don't get any payment, any food. They have to go back to their home place. They don't have water. They don't have anything. There are thousands of people standing on the streets where they just earn 1 or 2, 5 euros a day. They have no savings at all. So, of course, it's easy for us to say, yeah, don't worry, and come out of that emotion. But I felt the energy yesterday. I felt very sad. So I chanted Hanuman Chalisa, and I was just being with it, and I prayed. And I think that's also a mechanism. It's not just we doing it. We are also connected to our higher energy and our higher self, where, there's a spark in us, which is a very powerful energy in us when we pray, when we are sad, and we're giving it to God, and He can take care, and things can transform. And that is the work many yogis do out of compassion for the world. So it's not just the work on ourselves. And I just want to say, if you cannot transform everything, it's completely normal and human. And that is the moment where God comes in, where we should really pray and say, hey, that's what the yogis did when the Rakshasas and the Devatas fighting on earth. Yeah, that was the same situation like now. And the rishis and the sadhus, they all prayed to the gods, hey, help us in the situation. Where are you now? Yeah. So that situation we have now too. So we should not forget to bring that up and to understand we are not alone in that. So we do our best. We understand we have to strengthen our muscle, but we also should call out. Yeah, that is also very important.
Yeah, yeah. I think also that on a higher perspective, everything happens for a reason, and this situation is happening for a special reason. For sure, from the dark side, maybe, we don't know, but also for the lightning and consciousness reason is happening, this global situation for all of us.
Yes, definitely. A lot of shift is going to happen.
Yeah.
It's already happening. I think a lot
Yeah.
of people are being more conscious on so many levels. And yeah,
focus on the good things what happened now. Yeah, so Mother Earth can make a big deep breath, yeah, to recover, yeah, and it's good for the planet, and yeah, we will go with an other consciousness out of this situation. I don't know how it will be go on the next week or next month, but it will be different, this is for sure. For every one of us, it will be different. And a lot of people said, okay, this is the beginning of the golden age now, and relax and trust. Yeah, we will see what happened, but look in your life, what is the most important thing now? Be responsibility for your life and do what you can do.
yes.
And I like it what you said, do what you can do, because also when you see, like, I saw a beautiful post on Facebook. It says, I posted it, I think, it said like, now you feel you're locked in, so think about all the animals that are locked in. And I know a lot of people who don't care. I know a lot of people who don't even think about that, on animal products, on how those babies are suffering, being separated from their mother, and they still drink the milk. They could get almond milk, it's no problem. We have everything vegan now. So I hope there's also some compassion starting from that. I thought, wow, what a beautiful post of people thinking that way. Now you feeling locked in, yeah, they're, and you feeling separated from your family, you feeling helpless. Yeah, there are other earthlings who are also feeling that. So maybe it has really to do with the karma we created here too, on Earth.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
possible. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is a very, very important message. Like, independent on, if this is a thing from the dark side or the light side, or independent on how this is going to turn out. One thing everyone should do is to work on their own process, is to take responsibility on doing their parts. And I think, like, if more people do that, we'll have the best outcome possible. I think the best outcome would be when everyone is taking responsibility on their parts, not, like you said, depending on others. Of course, a lot of things good things can happen because others are doing, but this would be even better if you also did, that little part, that little meditation. And I also am guilty on this because I know this and I haven't been practicing that much. So yeah, I think this is something that really opened my opened my mind, because as I started to, search deeper on what is happening, what is going on, and I'm thinking, like, okay, they are doing this, they are doing that, and on in the mid of, like, this mind process, I stopped asking myself, okay, what I can do, because when you search, they're doing such a big things that you say, okay, I should just wait and see what happens. But actually, even big and huge things are happening. All of us should be doing the small things we can do, the little prayer that we can do to earth, the meditation, and the little compassion action that we can do to those around us. And even to think about others and feel others' pain. I think, like, all this is very important. So yes, let's all do our parts. And yeah, thank you.
Yes. And we will deal with it. Yeah. So the law of success is to start where you are, includes what you have, includes what you are, and yeah, build your dream, build your new future with that. And
Yes.
And
this is
I want to
this is
also
a
say,
unique.
Daniele, Yeah. Say again. Sorry,
Yeah,
Stefan.
this is the law of success, and it's everything starts. Look in the nature, yeah. So it's a normal process. We are in the biggest transformation process of the humankind, and it's a privilege for us to be here, and
Yes.
in the first role, yeah. And we have a part of that.
And we have to have
Witness,
compassion for ourselves,
yeah,
Danielo. Even we have a shitty day, and even it's so much because you are mass awakened. And I have to say, like, I know Stefan and I, we are researching a lot already. So we are some years in front of some knowledge. So for us, it's like, see this, So for us, it's a little bit different. So it's more easy for people who have some background. So if you just used to some information, of course you're shocked, and imagine those people who don't meditate like you, Danilo. So we have to be kind with ourselves too, and that's absolutely normal. And I mean, if we still get shaky, can you imagine how people who are not at all connected to spirituality will be shaken up right now? So that's the job too. We have to have a lot of compassion for people around us who might act very strange now, or aggressive, or have fear or frustration or depression. So that's also part of the job we will have to step in more and more. That's a work of the light workers. We are now just prepared. I think it's just the beginning of what will come there.
yeah. And think of the people who are the whole life in their ego and only focus on the material world, yeah, and only recognize the material world, not the energy world or the spiritual world. For these guys, it's very very interesting times now, yeah.
Super
So
tough. Super
yeah,
tough.
so
Yes.
their life will change more dramatically than others.
Super
So
tough. Yes.
yeah,
Mhm,
Because
and
yes.
we
the
are
only
we are already in the training, so
yeah,
we
we are
already got
trained.
tested in life.
Yeah, and our ego died several times. Yeah, so
Mhm.
Forget
we
about
know
that.
and we know that is only a solution. Yeah, that it's not your
Yes.
true self, but a lot of people have very very yeah special times right now.
Yes.
Oh yes. I
To
feel very
just
compassionate
sit
for
and
them.
observe. Yes. Yeah. So there was a person who they made a question that is not related to our topic, but I just wanted to point it. I think he said, um, "Why is the chakra from the top bottom and not of the bottom to the top?" I don't know how to answer that, and yes, I don't think. Yeah, so Anshuman, particularly, we don't know how to answer that. So yes, but thank you for asking. Yes, he did that excursion twice, so I didn't want it to just let it there. So yes, there was a yoga swami who also said how in these times you actually see the difference from those who like the importance of meditations, who meditated and not. Like those who meditated a lot, who were in this path for a longer time, is much more resilient. It's like now the life is telling everyone to run a marathon every day now, and those who practice running before are good. Those who are not are struggling. But like I think every situation, as they go by, we become more resilient. And also I think there's so much people now connecting to this now, like it's like I think this is the initiation for so many people, like people's personal journey. Like a lot of people are having this boom, like they're going out of their box. So I think it's like also like a mass initiation, like a mass connection to God. So there, I think if you see this from different levels, from because the media is for material level things, but if you look at this at even personal or spiritual levels, there's always a counterbalance and everything, and like there's always something that's it's very beneficial. And like Stefan said, everything happens for a reason. Even the fights, like how like the Vedas would say, it's the will of God. Like in all this, like in all the aspects, either both the good and the bad, to help us in our journey, to help us in this awakening process, and coming closer to truth.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Maybe it is the global wake up call now. We are looking for 40 or 50 years now that humanity will wake up. Yeah. Maybe this is the event. Yeah. I don't know. We will see. And some spiritual guy said, when you don't do your spiritual practice right now, you never do it. So this is the time to do it now. In these times.
Yes. If you're not looking for God now, you probably won't look for it any other time.
Yeah.
Yes, that is so true. So yes.
Yeah. Other questions from the community?
Yes. Does anyone have any questions for Stefan? Think they already
Maybe,
asked.
maybe
Yes.
until the question comes, maybe Stefan, you can share about how you had experienced sometimes some crashing of your life. You build it up, and then how you rebuild it and what you got out of it, because I mean, you really got something out of it. You got stronger every time, and you learn
Yeah.
so much. So maybe you can share something, because everybody is so afraid of destruction. And of course, I also have this feeling of, I mean, it's normal, because we worked very hard with our passion and our love to do things. And just, also sometimes something comes out we don't expect. And I know that happened to you a lot. So maybe you can share something with
Yeah.
us about that.
My first big crash was when I was 25, and it shaken me a lot. So I was in a situation, I had no car, I have no health insurance, I had no cell phone, and I had only 20 German marks. It was before the euro. And we have time after the euro, and it was time for the euro. And yeah, I know this like yesterday, and I found a job to make a promotion for a newspaper in my city, and I had a concept from my father. My father was a dry alcoholic, and the Ananorm alcoholics have a concept with the 12 steps. And in these 12 steps, there's one core, and this core is only for today. The problems you face now and the situation you have are only today. And you have to look, what can you do today? Only for today. Not for 1 week, not for the next month, and not for the next year. It's only for today. This is your control area. This is what you can handle. And you have every power and everything what you can do to face this situation, to fix the situation, and go step by step by step and change this situation. Every power you need. This is very important. Only for today. 24 hours, not more. And when you need to rest while the situation is so bad and you are so fucked up of this, relax. Take your time, make a break, relax, and go further. What can you do now? What is the next step? What is very, very important to do it now? What can do later? But only for today. There's only the life here and right now for today. Not for tomorrow, not for the next weeks, and not for the next year. We don't know how the life will show up in the next 6 months or 6 weeks. Every day is different right now. You see this. But you can change now. You have the power and all the abilities to do what you can do now in this holy, special moment. to change your thoughts, to look on your emotions. What is the next step? Only 24 hours.
And as I know you, I also know that you're very, very disciplined soul. So I like the way how you, I mean, you wrote a bestseller as a Twitter coach, and I
Yeah,
also
10 years
think
ago.
10 years ago. But
Getting older now.
yeah, but the story in that is that, I mean, I
Ah,
saw you in other situations that you always, when you felt like, okay, I have to switch something, you 100% committed and you worked it very hard, step by step by step. You didn't give in. So you kind of, and I like that because I saw some situation with somebody where you said, hey, you have to have, I have to count on you. You have to be on time. If you say you are on time, you are on time. And you are one of those people. And I think that is also something because I feel that's very easy to be swept away by feelings or by reasons, not to be in a, you know, in a certain kind of commitment or certain kind of, how you say, of discipline. And it's very easy to have discipline when you're happy, when you feel good. It's the same with meditation. It's very easy to do that when you feel happy. And if you
yeah,
don't feel good, it takes a lot of energy. I know times in my life where I felt very depressed or I had some heartache or felt very, very bad. And to still go on, that is also like a muscle, and
yeah, yeah.
it has to grow. And I think you are one of the people who can really share some about that because you're really good in that.
Absolutely.
So please share something about that.
Yeah, it's very easy to have a great mindset, yeah, when the sun is shining off your ass, yeah, and everything is perfect. This is very, very easy, yeah. But when you struggle in life and things get crazy and everything sees that the whole world is against you, then you need a strong mindset. And then is a time to show up and to say, okay, is the world stronger and the outer world is stronger, or I am stronger? And you can be stronger than ever. You have all the power. You don't know how powerful you are, how much
But please
energy.
share. Please share. I mean, now we hear you on the other side, but I know you. So please open up. Share the times where you didn't even had energy to answer an email. Share it, Stefan. It would
I
mean
was
so
I
much
was
for
laying
people.
down for I was laying down for 4 months and said, okay, I'm finished with life. Yeah. So I know this situation and I know these feelings. Yeah. I know how it feels when you are depressed. Yeah. And when you don't have trust in life. Yeah. I came from India. We were on a journey with Bharati, and I got some special instruments there, and everything in my life changed, dramatically changed. Yeah. And I don't know what happened with me. I was in a situation like a washing machine. Yeah. And I said, hey, how can I go out there? Yeah. It kills me. It did not kill me. Yeah. I know this situation.
It washed you. It
It
washed you.
washed me on
Again and
every
again.
and on every level. Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, it makes you stronger. Every situation in your life, if you have an issue, an health issue, degrees or something like that, every situation is for you. Life and the universe is for you. It's not against you. Only our ego says, oh, that's not fine, that's not comfortable, I don't like it. This is the ego. Life is for you and want to tell you something. So listen, be quiet, sit down, lay down, and hear the voice inside of you or the little voice in your head.
So how did you came out of it? Because I know I talked to you at
I,
that time.
I, as I'm explained, I make one step after another, and I struggled, and then I stand up again, and I struggled again, and stand up, and yeah, and then
Yes.
I
But you got
found,
out of it. You got out of
yeah,
it, and now
sure,
look at you. So good.
yeah, sure, and
Mm.
I'm stronger than ever, and the fear is on my backside. There's nothing you have to fear. Fear is a lie.
Yes, I think
there's nothing in life you have to fear. But get knowledge about it. When you have fear for the death, get knowledge what is death. It's only a transmission. It's only a transformation. You can't be dead. You're a spiritual being. Only your body will pass away. Not your energy, not your soul. Get this knowledge. Fear is only a question you don't have the answer right now. When you have the answer, you can transform the fear.
Yes.
Yeah. And make these baby steps. When you have a big mountain there, go the baby steps. And the baby steps are right now in 24 hours. Have this concept in mind. What can I do today? Only for today. When it is so hard for you, said, okay, only for today. I was standing on the bridge and said, okay, I quit my life. Not only one time, several times. In my mind. I was not standing there, but in my mind. But holy moly, I was so knowledge that I know, okay, when you do this, it's not the end. It's the beginning, and I must start like a child to learn eating and laughing and walking and all these things. I said, no, come on, not again. Not again. So I'm here to learn. I'm here to grow. I'm here to, to expand my consciousness. And this is a big question. Are you stronger, or will be the situation outside stronger? And I can give you trust. You are stronger. You have the power. You have to fix everything in your life. You have so much power inside of you that you never will, will never imagine how powerful you are.
Yes, so beautiful. And I think this answers two questions that we had. One question was if we should make us be blind to our current situations and focus what we want to see so we can manifest it. And the other, what are the tips to stay present and focus on feeling good moment to moment? I think this answers both at the same time. It's not about being blind or just wanted to being good. It's about acknowledging and actually facing everything with the mindset that you can't face it. Because I think when we're trying to go blind or when we're trying to run away from the fear and trying to feel good, it's when we forget, like you said, how powerful we are and how this situation is actually here to transform us into a better versions of ourselves. So especially in this time of, there's so many things that are going on, like don't try to run away, face it with the knowing that you can face it and that you have the power, like Stefan said. And I think the best way it would be to take one step at a time. Don't try to see what you're going to do until next year or until the end of the week. Focus on doing what you can do with 100% faith on you and on life. Like life, it's everything happens for you, be it that your ego thinks it's good or bad. So if something bad happens or you're feeling bad or anything, I think first remember that you are powerful to go through these situations, and second, focus on your next step, and then life will show you another. So yes.
And one important thing I want to say here: you are not alone. Maybe you feel now alone. Maybe you feel now isolated. Yeah, you can't go outside. You can't connect with your friends. You can't see them. You are not alone. We are all connected in this energy field. on a different level. And this is very, very important. Yeah. You have the ability to call something and say, hey, I love you. Yeah. I'm so happy that you are in my life. Do this now, not next week, next year. Do it now. Yeah. You are connected. We are all connected on a higher level together. And yes, it's also important to go out of the stress energy. Yeah, to keep calm and relax. Maybe you meditate, maybe you're not a meditator. It's not important, but go out the stress energy. The mass media brings you on stress in your mind and in your whole body system. And this is the only situation they can manipulate you, and this is the only situation you can feel fear. When you are relaxed, your mind is very calm, you can't feel the fear. This is very, very important. And then focus on the positive thoughts, focus on what will happen in the future. Create your future with your thoughts. Thoughts are real forces. What you think are real forces. And connect also with your heart. It's very, very important. Not only be in the mind, so be also in the heart, and connect your mind with your heart. Very important.
And it's so beautiful to hear you talking like this, Stefan, because many years ago I remember a situation where I felt like, oh my gosh, and I said that to you. I said, Stefan, everything you say is just negative. Come out of it. And now seeing how you really out of it, it's amazing, and your muscles are really got strengthened. And so don't beat yourself up if you have a hard time. Maybe you get prepared for a big transformation, and sometimes you have to go in your cocon, like a butterfly. You go in your cocon, you're planted in the dark, everything is very small, and you need a lot of sleep and rest, and you get download. And so that's not the end. It's maybe just the beginning. You get seated in that, and sometimes we also cannot change that. I mean, I could have told you in that times 100,000 times, please think positive. I did, and it's not happening because your mindset was not there. And actually said something nice in the last talk. He said that's also important, that we accept the feelings which are there in each other, and that we kind of don't say, or don't feel like this, don't feel like this. So that it's okay to be afraid, it's okay to be upset, it's okay to be angry, and same time to see we have to have the self-love. And so we have to have the self-love, the self-caring, and we have to come back to the compassion. And we also have to see, one thing, it's a beautiful mantra. I also feel I used to do in some times where I felt very, very bad. And I remember a time where I could even not breathe. That's many years ago, but I couldn't even breathe. It was so heavy on my heart, some situation. And what helped me was to thinking, this feeling will not stay forever. And then go with that in meditation and pray for the strength to go out of it. And today I practice some self-defense technique by a great teacher. And when he told me to do certain things, I felt like a resistance. I couldn't, you know what I mean? So it was, I felt I had to get more positive aggressive, and I have to put up more strength. And now I'm working on that, and I thought, oh wow, that's interesting, because that's not just in the body, it's something in my mind too. And this is how we take us so seriously. We are so hard on ourselves. We want to be perfect, and we want others to be perfect. And no, we are all not, and we have to come up with this compassion for each other. And some people are planted deep, and then they become the most beautiful big trees. And I see now that everything you went through, it's really a proof for that, Stefan. And it makes me very, very happy.
Thank you so much.
It's really amazing.
Yeah.
Really amazing, because that is not something which is, oh, now I'm the coach on positive energy. You know how it means to be planted very deep. You went there.
Yeah. I go all this shit through the shit in my life, and it was a deep deep transformation. And now I'm very, very happy and grateful that I have it in my past and that I can, bring the light in the world here from Cyprus and, to inspire people. We are not alone. There are millions of light workers all over the world who are schooled for this situation now. We are looking for this situation since decades, and now is the time. And now is the time to bring the light on the world, and show up the world. And every soul will inform each other, and let's make a great world after this big awakening, what's now happening.
Yes, I guess not only like we're connected to other light workers, but we are also connected to beings that are not here. I think that is also very important to remember. Like there are many angel guides, ascended masters, and that if you pray, even though you cannot see, they are there. So I always remember, like, we are not alone in the material aspect, but also on the energetic aspect. Like the earth is not alone in this universe. So and I think when you see in that perspective, it really helps. Sometimes when I see the stars, I look at one and I say, oh, that would be Earth if I'm seeing from outside, and all the problem would be in that small dot. And that really helps me to realize, I think, what you talked about, the power within, like, how like the problems get big if we allow them to. Yes. So, yes, I guess we thank you very much, Stefan. I don't know if anyone have any more question, Bharati.
I have a question.
Yes.
I would love to know, I think it would be also interested for other people as well, because we are from different places. I would love to hear from you, Stefan, how it is on Cyprus right now, on the laws and what you're allowed and what not, and how is the situation, and about you, Danilo. And I also want to say something about Germany. So I think it's interesting because we are globally in it, and I think I would be interested for other people too, to hear how different countries handle different things right now. So I would love to have that chat.
We have a situation that you must inform the authorities with an SMS and to get a special code with the reason why you want to go out. And when it's not working, you have a paper sheet. And today they announced that they will change it. They make it stronger, so you have only once a day you can out. And the prices are rising up, when you don't confirm to that. So this is the newest information they get out today.
How do you feel with that, Stefan?
Yeah, I think I will use it tomorrow, the first time, to look how relaxed and cool the police are, and see how the situation in the supermarket is. So I need some groceries and some veggies, and my life did not change so much. So
yes,
in my mind, I said, okay, it's not fine. So I can't go to the hotels. They are totally closed until the end of April, and all restaurants are closed or something like that. But I'm also focusing on my agenda and on my projects. So in the daily life, they change not so a lot, the situations, but that I must ask like a small child and say, "Hey, master, can I go outside?" This is this is very very different, And then I think, okay, this is a situation for 2 or 3 billion people right now, And how will this go on, and how long it will go on? This is the most important question. And so I deal with it. It's okay for me. And we will see what happened in the next. I think the next 10 to 14 days are very, very interesting. The 5th of
Yes.
April
Yes.
is in the
My birthday. It's my birthday, 5th of
It's
April.
your
That's
birthday.
interesting.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, so
It's a
what
very,
will happen then?
yeah, it's a very, very, very important point. The astrolog,
Oh, really?
yeah, lady told me the 5th or the 4th of April is very, very important. So
Really?
maybe there we will see a shift and a change.
So I can still make a good birthday wish to that day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good.
Yes. Um,
Wow.
yes. In
And
Brazil,
how's your situation? You are in
Brazil, yeah.
Brazil.
Brazil.
Yes, yes. In
Brazil.
Brazil, it's everything. It's shut down, but not enforced.
Okay.
Like you don't have to text anything to go out. You can still go out for groceries, but everything is closed. Only supermarkets, pharmacies. I think they are open. The rest it's closed. Everything is everyone is working from home. And the Brazilian president, he's a little wild. He wants to, he's talking about, oh, I don't want to keep the shutdown. I want to let everyone work.
Oh.
Yeah, so a lot of there's a lot of people are a lot of people are criticizing him, like Brazilian. The U.S. Media is criticizing him, saying that he's I don't know, but he have always been very wild, and he doesn't he always go to what he believes with. He always have been like if you see his past, he's have always been like if he says something, he's someone who truly do what he like he doesn't care what other thoughts about. I think that's very positive. If the thing about letting everyone work or not, like it's good or not, I don't know. I don't know the answer because I don't know what's happening. But I truly think he's very truthful to himself. So that I acknowledge it about him. I don't know about his decisions, but I acknowledge about he doesn't care like if the entire world is going this direction, if he thinks he should go this direction, he goes. And like is so that right now he doesn't have any usually they're like organizations for like presidents, like he's in any organization right now. Like
Oh,
whenever he sees his name, it's like no organization. So yeah, that's so Brazil
That's
in this
very good.
situation. Yeah, so yeah.
that's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, Germany?
Yes.
So, I mean, absolutely. I think that's why Stefan said that also with the main media. I mean, they're going nuts. I mean, every hour there's something new. I stopped looking at it so much, but right now the situation is we can go out, we can go jogging, but not with more than two people, I think. And if we stay with more than two people, they are very high amount of money you have to pay, and they're starting to check that. And so you cannot stay together with more than two people. So yeah, then you
Don't carry your iPhone with you, so they control you on your iPhone. Where do you go?
yes, and so as there was a lot of knowledge about that, controlling on the iPhone or not, and then there's still a possibility that you can, with your phone, that you can switch it off, that your phone company cannot give that information
No, no, no,
to
no.
others.
When you have an iPhone and the iPhone is
Oh,
off, they also can spy on you.
oh,
So
really?
yeah, for sure. So this is working
Okay.
since years now. Now they tell you exactly we will do this, but they do will in the past.
Already.
No, yeah, it's not very new. Yeah, but
Yes.
yeah. So they have a role model now in South Korea, or where is it? In something in Asia. Yeah,
Hmm.
also in China. We have in China we have the social credit system. Yeah, you know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
So
freaky.
yeah, and this is only the role model.
I
Trust
know,
me.
I know, I know, and
Yeah.
I know that, I know that. That is what I'm really a bit shaky about, and I feel like that is worries me in Germany that many people are very deep asleep. I said to some people about the Chinese people what they do, and many people even don't know. Or if I tell them some things what other countries do, They're like, yeah, it would never happen in Germany. And one day later it happens, and people are like, yes, okay, it's because of the crisis. And so
Yes.
I'm like, hey guys, can you not see what they really try to
Yeah.
do? So that is a war on consciousness
Yeah.
also, what we are in right now, I feel too.
When you want to focus on four things, I can give you some words. When you when you are able to connect with these things. The first thing is AI, artificial intelligence. Yeah. So when you look on that on YouTube or something, yeah, look at books or something like that. 5G in connection with AI
Yes.
is also a key, and the quantum computer. We have a game changer in the last October 2019. They make an operation, a mathematical operation, on the strongest computer from Google or something like that. No,
IBM.
IBM or something like that.
Yes.
They have the strongest computer. And in the laboratory of Google, they are working with quantum computers. And quantum computers is the game changer. And they make a mathematical operation. Normally, the biggest computer we have now, 2019 in October, needs 10,000 years to get the result out of it. So,
Yes.
and now is my question. How long needs the quantum computer from Google, guys? How long?
Yes.
It's my question. Give me an answer. What do you think?
Yes. I think like the moment we know about it, it's already too late. They already had it for like 3-4 years. Like the moment
This
the
is
public.
another thing. But listen, they only need 3 minutes, 180 seconds with a quantum computer. Did you have an expectation what it means? A normal computer needs 10,000 years to get the results from this mathematically thing.
Yes.
So, and then another thing, look on deep fakes. It's very, very important for the future of us. Deep fakes are videos and a software who's running on AI, who makes real videos from people you know as the mass media, presidents or something like that, or guys from the World Health Organization or Robert Koch Institute or something like that, who are not the same. They are fakes. So the manipulation show is on a very, very new level. And the experts told us that it's only 3 or 6 months that the artificial intelligence is so strong and intelligent that never be an expert or an other AI system can say this is real or this is artificial. And now it's your turn.
Wow.
Everything in this situation can say, hey, I can tell you everything. And you don't know if is this lady or is this guy, maybe a president or something like that, is this real? This is the situation we have in 2020. God bless you.
Thank you.
So
That's very
important to look for
interesting.
the truth.
Yeah. But that is especially, that is especially the point where people I experience still not able to have, I don't know what it is, maybe they have a fear to look into those things, or there's something in the brain who doesn't want to believe it. And I think that also takes a strong spiritual energy to not getting down if we find something something out. But see, also here our intuition gets again stronger because you can feel it. There's, I noticed that even so, my mind is telling me, yeah, that cannot be, la 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 la. There's always a feeling when something is not right.
Yeah.
Even if it's very deep underneath, there's always something like poking, like, hey, look again, again. And that we have to strengthen. So more than, even if the technology goes even bigger, as more we have to get up high in our intuition, our pineal gland to open our third eye. It's more than ever important that we are able to trust our intuition. That is so important.
Yeah. And the information I gave you, you find on mass media. It's not conspiracy or something, special media or something like that. You find this when you Google it. Yeah.
Yes.
That is the most funny thing I feel. I don't know how you feel about that, guys, but in my opinion, when I show people articles, like I showed my mother-in-law an article about which is from Bill Gates, and it's official information. It's all proven. And she's like, oh my gosh, you're thinking so negative. It's like, no, it's not me. I didn't wrote that article. It's not me thinking that. I just sent it that article. I mean, wow, what is that? I mean, it's even the mass media. It's like, oh my gosh. So that if people only want to see in their glasses, it's very difficult. And I understand it's very hard. It's very hard to adjust. And as more we look into things, as more we trust, we need to God, as more we have to connection to God. And at the end, it all comes down to what you said, Stefan, is to clean out our fear of death. Because of course you're scared. Of course you're thinking, oh my gosh, if I have certain informations, they kill for less. You even by knowing things, you have thoughts like that. I mean, I had, but I don't have them anymore. I mean, it's changing. But I had a time where I thought like, oh my gosh. So, but even if you tell the truth, people don't believe you anyway. That's why we are so careful on telling what we know, because we will sound super crazy to people. So maybe it will look different in a few months. I hope so. As I said, I will make a big party. I will make a very big party if I'm able to speak freely, because now we put a lot of filters and a lot of things, because, there are some people who committed to the truth, like some David Icke, different people who are just talking things straight. But even they build it up, all the knowledge to lead to that point. So guys, look up things and decharge after that. And also things, there's even David Icke, for example, he talks about certain things, but there's a light energy too. It's not all bad. That's also important. We cannot let us go down into depression and finding out some things. And that light is very powerful too. Even so, it doesn't show itself yet fully in the power, but the time will come.
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So yeah, guys, you have the first homework of researching on AI, quantum computer.
only when you're ready. I don't want to scare you, but when you want to put the dots together, look on AI, 5G, quantum computers, and deep fakes. What it is possible right now, it will be an awesome time, the future.
Yes, I'll definitely do that myself. I already opened quantum computer. I knew some videos, but I didn't watch it yet, so I'm gonna watch it now. So I guess it was a very nice talk.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much, Stefan.
Thank you for your invitation.
Thank you for your time and for your wisdom, your experiences, and also sharing the light with so many people. And yes, I hope everything is well in Cyprus as well.
Yes. Thank you so much, and have a great time, and stay safe and focus on the light. Very important.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, and see you on our next live stream.
Bye-bye.